Hollywood, I'd be listed as an action thriller. If I played in the NBA, I'd be Steph Curry, #1 shooter. If I was a car, yeah, niggas, I'd be a challenger or a demon. And if I was out, men with loose tongues wouldn't be where they are right now. So here's some advice to those who like to cap and clout chase. Let's tie those tongues up. Remember, we are in the sunset of our lives and night is fast approaching. Our focus should be on taking care of our families while enjoying the time we have left on earth and not poking monsters as they lie caged. Because you never know. This cage might open and free me. Then what? Are you niggas built for deep conversation? I am.
In a recent interview on the DawgFace TV podcast, the once rapper, now notorious underworld street figure Dre Carter tapped in with DawgFace Calderon to clear up a few misconceptions and address a few people and issues that have had his name circulating several social media platforms. He would speak on a variety of subjects minimally while focusing the majority of his attention on the person he called affectionately him, a horrible imitation of a man.
Anyway, they say his name is Jesse James. I was confused. The white bandit and bank robber of the 1800s. I thought he was dead. Then I was told of a not-so-famous Detroit rapper and asked, his government name isn't James Shaefer Williams, is it? Because I got paperwork of a guy who came to prison in the late 2000s and claimed he and I were enemies and had authorities place a separation order in my file which kept me up north for 7 years. Nah, can't be the same guy.
All right, peace. You already know where you at and who you rocking with, right? Right. So let's get to that thing. You already know what I'm talking about, dog. I'm talking about Dre Carter. I'm talking about DawgFace. I'm talking about this new interview from prison, from a correctional facility, from one of the known boogeymen in the Detroit underworld. It's crazy, dog. You feel me? It's crazy. It's crazy the energy he has so calmly. Because he said so much in such a short amount of time. In 8 minutes, I got so much substance out of that. It's nuts. You know what I'm saying? And dog presence is that of like Jay Prince or something. You know what I'm saying? It's dead serious. You know what I mean? And that's crazy in itself. But the interview fire, the first 8 minutes at least, I can't wait to see the rest of it. But I'm going to get to about 7 key points. I capped it at the God number. You feel me? I'm going to get to about 7 key points in that 8 minutes that was interesting to me. You feel me? You tell me how you feel about it in the comments. Now, one of the first things that stuck out that he said in the recording was, I've never worked for Wipeout in any capacity. I'm not a do-boy, I think he said, because it's kind of bleeped right there. I think he said, I'm not a do-boy and never have been. Now, I don't know why he felt compelled to say that. So I'm not really going to speak on that like that. If you know, jump in the comments and let me know. You feel me? The Wipeout, I mean, not Wipeout. Rest up, big homie. But, no. Not Wipeout, but did Jesse James imply that he worked for Wipeout or something like that? Or did somebody say something? Because the whole reason for the statement, like he said, was because of his name circulating the way it is and people bringing up stuff they got no business bringing up in the media. You know what I'm saying? Another thing he said was, in regards to Street Lord Wine, he said maybe one day he and I can exchange some bullet points on life after incarceration to assist others. And I tell everybody all the time, words are important. Pay attention to what people say and how they say it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes not so much how they say it, but what they said is most important. Did you hear what Dawg said? He said maybe he and I can exchange some bullet points on life after incarceration. You tell me what do that mean, dog? Coming from a man like that, or his stature, or his credentials or whatnot. You feel me? What do that mean, homie? I'm gonna leave that up in the air, dog. He said, as for Darnell, speaking of Blade Icewood, rest up to him too. You feel me? He said, as for Darnell, shortly after Wipeout was murdered, I had an occasion to meet the once in a lifetime, man, let me start over, dog. He said, as for Darnell, shortly after Wipeout was murdered, I had the occasion to meet the once in a lifetime generational talent, Mr. Blade Icewood. You know, for every tear my mama shed. In fact, I think I may have been one of the last persons to see him before he was paralyzed. That's deep, man. And cold-blooded, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, Dog's tone is like Jay Prince. It's very serious, even when you can tell he's trying to joke a little bit. You know, he said, in fact, I think I may have been one of the last persons to see him before he was paralyzed, man. Message. You feel me? He then goes on to say something to the effect that Jesse James placed a separation order in his file that kept him up north for 7 years. But he said earlier, I don't know, or later that is, earlier or later in that same conversation, I don't know Jesse James. We ain't never exchanged no words. We ain't never did it. So why would Jesse do that? He said he got paperwork. Said the man's government name. That was real interesting. Like I said, man, I don't know how DawgFace is doing this, but Dawg doing it. You know what I'm saying? He said he claimed to be waiting for me outside of a car wash. No self-respecting Detroit bad guy will ever go on social media and incriminate themselves. Now, let's be fair. Some of the things you said, dog, you feel me? That if not someone, at least one thing you said, dog, I ain't gonna get to that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna pluck that out, but you know, he said no self-respecting bad guy will go on the internet and, you know, self-incriminate themselves. But he also laughed at the fact that Dawg said he was out there waiting on him like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the notes because I got mine. He said, I've never met Jesse James, not me. A man who is without doubt or contradiction about that action. What JJ is doing is informing to any law enforcement personnel who follows him or any follower connected to him on his social media platform. Now, I don't know. You tell me how you feel about what he said right there. Because Jesse said a lot. Let's not cap like Jesse ain't said a lot in a little time, too. Just like Dawg did. Dawg just said more in less time. You feel me? He gave us more substance in less time. That's about it. But yeah. Jesse just said a lot in a little time as well, man. He said my rappy on my murder conviction is still listed as young black male. I ain't never told on nobody. I went to trial on my federal indictment for various charges, never took a plea agreement, a 35, downward departures, or Rule 11. All men must account for their own misdeeds. That's a shot at Jesse James. Direct shot, I guess, on that K5 allegation or whatnot. Which I was contacted by Jesse James and company. I'm just gonna say that by way of email and by way of YouTube, but we'll get to that in another video. You know what I'm saying? But Jesse James said I lied on him. His camp said I slandered him. You know what I'm saying? But that's for a different video. We'll talk about that another time. Right now, we're talking about what Dawg said. And like I said, he said a lot in a little bit, but at the end of that video, he said, God is a comedian, and for kicks, he might put us all in the same room so we can dead all the noise or dead all the whatever. Man, he cold-blooded with them words, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, ooh, that's mean, man. You feel me? Tie up them loose tongues, because God is a comedian. For kicks, he might put us all in the same room one day. That's crazy, man. I don't know. I had to cover it though. So jump in the comment box and let me know how you felt about the situation. DawgFace doing his thing. When part 2 dropping? I don't know, but I'm subscribed over there. I got the bell going, so whenever it do, I'ma see it and I'll be at you and we're gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the gods and earths. Until we meet again. I'll be back.